Hi everyone, this is Tammy, owner of Worthyworthitpriceless, and today's podcast is titled Unlearn What You Have Learned. So oftentimes, if you've been through something, and we all have, sometimes unhealthy relationships leave you to a point of not really realizing who you are, or you have to be on a journey to rediscover basically who you are. It seems like a lot of times, up until even being a child, someone has always criticized what we were, and we've, some of us has sheltered who we are to make other people happy. And in this podcast, I want to, not that you need my permission, but give you permission to be yourself. Be authentically you. If there is somebody in your circle, somebody that you're dating, someone you're around, that is not allowing you to be who you are, then that may not be the person for you. Now, I'm not saying, oh, well, it's one thing if somebody criticizes you. And now there's another thing if someone is just caring about you. As in, criticizing and caring is two different things. When you have someone that wants you to conform to exactly be who they want you to be, that's something totally different. If someone is just trying to care for you and want you to be your best self, that is totally different. But the negative things that people have done to you, it is time to unlearn those things. Be you. Be free. Don't allow yourself to be with anyone that makes you basically hate being you. Or puts you in a box or puts you in a bubble. That is not what God created you for. It is time for you to be all that God has created you to be. Take those limits off. You have to unlearn those things, because sometimes you're dating somebody and you're not even realizing that those little limits and everything that they're putting on you, that's not normal. And if you especially been around or been with someone for years or even decades, you think that this is normal and this is how everyone acts and that's how everyone is going to treat you. And I pray that this podcast for some of you guys is confirmation that everyone isn't like that. And it is time to unlearn those things. It's not going to be an overnight process, but it is time to unlearn all those things that people, or those blocks and those chains that people have placed on your mind, they've placed on your body, and have placed on your heart. God has something great in store for you. And it is time for you to be that person. So take off the shackles, take off the chains. Give yourself permission to be you. Give yourself permission to smile. Give yourself permission to be happy. I remember my grandmother told me, she put in a card, and my nickname is Bubble, and she was like, when are you going to truly allow Bubble to be happy? And I got what she was saying, but I didn't really get it. And now, after all these years, she's passed and everything, I realized what she was saying. There's a lot of times that you're being around people and they won't let you be who you are. They won't let your light shine. And now that I have the freedom that I have now, I thank God for it. And now I can really try to figure out who I really am. And I want to give you guys that same encouragement. It is time for us to really figure out who we really are. No more limits or anything. Don't put those things on yourself. And if you're around someone that is putting those limits on you, you might have to distance yourself from them. And the reason why I say might is because I can't control your life. You have to know what's best for you. But do what's best for you. Give yourself a chance. Be happy. Do exactly what my grandma told me to do. When are you going to allow you to be happy? No one should want to place all those stipulations and all those controls over you. And if you're around somebody that's doing that, then you might have to distance yourself from them once again. Love yourself first. Figure out who you really are outside of what everybody else wants you to be. Figure out who you really are. Don't allow people to come around and just try to control every little single nook and cranny of you. Take those limits off of yourself. Be you. Laugh. Have fun. Dance around. Sing as loud as you can, whether you can sing or not. Just be you. God loves you. I love you. Always know that you have worth. You have value. It's not over for you. Keep going. It's an everyday process. But as long as you're going forward, you are making progress. So love you guys. Until next time. Bye.